New player league action now is Laredo at the top of the screen is doing battle with Alfonso at the bottom of the screen. You can see Ivan's enters this on 21 points. Let me just fix up those cards slightly. There we go. So it's going to be a blue-black control against looks green-red, probably green-red monsters, which seems to be pretty standard here. You can see Ivan just keeping Fatal Push and Essence Scatter open there. You'll Essence Scatter the Lana War Elves immediately. Okay, we've got a blue splash as well, so he's chosen to play Argyl's Bloodfast rather than keep up Essence Scatter, as Jay resolves a Hidano's Climb, which he needs creatures on the board in order to use. So 2 counter spells for Ivan, but nothing going on at the moment. Jay's missed a land drop, so we're going to find a Scarab God. So is there a counter spell on the other side for the Scarab God? There is not, so Scarab God resolves, so this one could be over pretty quickly. In fact, it is over. Jay's conceded. That's probably quite premature, but he missed a couple of land drops there. Okay, Silent Sentinel Totem is going to enable him to scry 1, and then he can actually sack it and get rid of a graveyard. So that's been brought in response to the god, but it's also very good against, you can see the 2 Torrential Gearhulks in Ivan's hand right there. Now, the position that both these players are in, Jay probably needs a win to keep up with the top, because if Ivan can win the series, he potentially extends his lead at the top to 33 points, which is 17 ahead of Jay, which is 1.5 weeks, and as we head into the halfway stage, that's going to be a huge gap to overcome. But I'm pretty keen to see what Jay's deck does. I'm not particularly sure, as we see a Fatal Push on the Lana War Elves, the same as Game 1. And like Game 1, we've potentially seen a Scarab God come down next turn. You can see only green-red on the other side. Death Gorge Scavenger, this might get the Essence Scatter, I think. Although he can get it with Golden Demise, but he's going to choose the Essence Scatter. You can see he's missing land drops again. Down comes Scarab God, so Scarab God can actually get that Scavenger next turn if he wants. So again, here's a Thrashing Brontodon, but it's not going to do the job against the Scarab God. Down to 15. Does he hit a land drop this time? He's going to cycle a land. Plays an untapped land. So I think he's green-red. I don't know what he can play here that can actually answer the Scarab God. He doesn't have any exile effects. This recording is done, by the way, by Ivan, and it's in a different format than what we're used to. And it's also not in 1080p, so you can see a bit of a jittering. That's caused by the recording process, not by my editing. As he's down to 10, so this is looking pretty like it's going to be a pretty fast game of Standard. Glorybringer? No, he's going to go Chandra instead. Although he has telegraphed that. Another Sentinel Totem, which he will play out. Now he's got to keep Thrashing Brontodon here as a chump blocker, otherwise he's dead. No, he's not dead now actually, because he can't flash in the Gearhulk. I'm not sure why Ivan wanted to do that before the totem resolves. I think that's a misplay on his part. So he can kill the Brontodon with the Fatal Push, but what he should have done there... See, he's land short. I suspect he miscalculated. He wanted to sack the Field of Ruin so he could Fatal Push and get the Brontodon back before Sentinel can clear the graveyards. But I think what he needed to do is wait for the Sentinel to scry and then do it, so that the scry is a waste of time. You can see he doesn't bother with Chandra, just goes straight at the face. So he's got lethal on board, I think, here. Glorybringer won't get the job done. That's a chump blocker. Now that he's swung Glorybringer, he's just straight up dead. Yeah, misplay there from Jay. Oh, okay, no, apologies to Jay there. Challenger minuses, but Gearhulk's going to get the job done, so we're going to modern. So a very quick 2-0 win there for Ivan. So you can see, this time he's on Merfolk with 1 ether vial, but no blue sources. So he's going to ship that and keep this one. See what he's up against on the other side. A misty rainforest. Fetching a stomping ground. Wild Growth Walker. This is a limited card from Rivals of Ixalan. I have never seen this in standard, so in modern. Sorry. So it looks like Jay's on a home brew here. Spreading seas to cut off the red source. He's going to find another one though, and Tishana's Wayfinder is going to find a beast within. Explore, so he's going to get in, chip in here for 2. Passes the turn. He's chosen not to play a card there. I'm a bit surprised. Maybe to use a flash on the Merfolk Trickster. That Wild Growth Walker getting bigger. There's 6 power on the board now. I think Trickster can tap down 1, yes, it's going to be the Walker. He's still going to take 3 though from Shana's Wayfinder. So this looks like a kind of a homebrew red-green concoction here from Jay. And Master of the Waves now is going to present a pretty big board. Jay though still has 22 life. Plenty of chump blockers there. But the problem is for Ivan, these chump blockers are all dead now, thanks to Beast Within. And everybody's going to get in. I'm surprised he doesn't swing that Wild Growth Walker as well. So Ivan down to 12. No viable attacks to Merfolk Trickster. Okay, here comes Hardened Scales. This is pretty cool from Jay. He's coming up with the home brew here. Trying to combo the Hardened Scales with the Explore triggers. I like this attack. The Wayfinder's not getting any better. So I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's just short of lethal on board now. Once he plays the second Master of Waves, he's going to... Oh, Spell Pierce gets Collected Company. That's a big counter. That one there could be the match, actually. Lord of Atlantis is going to quickly come down to give all of these Island Walk, thanks to that Spreading Seas. He could have played out the... What's it? 8, 11... Yeah, that's lethal. So we're going to game 2, so Ivan on a roll here. There's a hardened scales which I suspect he wanted on turn 1 in the previous game. So we'll see if Jay's deck can fire a bit better this time, though he's missed a 2-drop. You can see Ivan chose to hold up Deprive rather than play a spell. Ronis Monument. Well, this is part of a... This time he gets to Deprive. It does cost him a turn. Ronis Monument is part of a popular green deck at the moment, so... a Braid. Looks like Jay's... I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he's playing a modern deck that he builds out of cards that he actually owns. Is my guess. So we're going to see Hardened Scales at work here. He's going to get 2. So it's a 4-3. Oh, here's Choke. This is going to be huge if it resolves. Oh, he could have gone for the Choke right there and it was game over. I mean, Ivan could float the mana and use Echoing Truths to bounce it, but it's not really going to do much. Yeah, Choke's got to be big on his mind here, and you can see the shields are kind of down. Echoing Truths can bounce it, but if Jay's got a second land, another land to play next turn, he can just play it straight back. He's going to go for Bloodbraid Elf. That would have been a perfect time to hit with the Choke because the 2 islands are tapped. You can see a 6/5 Jadelight Ranger, so he's got all the power on the board. 7 damage coming through now. Ivan drops to 13. He's going to have to start chump blocking next turn. But there is a lot of blockers about to come down, 5 of them. He chooses not to do anything. What's the play here? I'm not really sure. Okay, Trickster flashing in to tap something down. The 6/5 Jadelight Ranger, I'm guessing. In comes another 7. Now, he probably want to take this because Master of Waves is going to get a hell of a lot of tokens next turn. Now Choke comes down. Okay, so he's going to bounce the Choke at the end of the turn so he can untap. Now, he just has to survive this turn because Lord of Atlantis... Well, actually, no, there's no islands on the other side. You can see 7 blockers there. Choke again. I don't know. I think I would have attacked then. He's got 11, and how many blockers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 of them get through. plays out a second choke. I think he's really got to be swinging here. My only guess is that he's hoping to draw into a removal spell for the Master of the Pearl Trident. Miro Rijri is going to pump everybody. Maybe not. Now they come in. No, they don't. He's changed his mind again. Yeah, he's changed it again. So he's going to come in. No, he's not. And he passes the turn. This one's over with the Spreading Seas. Here is Master of the Pearl Trident. So Mary Rijri is going to tap down the Jade Light. Now that should be enough. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, yeah. So 9 of them are getting through, so this is lethal coming right now. We're going to go to Legacy. Ivan will go 2-0 up after taking Standard and Modern in 2 games. And we'll chuck in a Mutavault just for fun. So on to Legacy. We can see Ivan now playing Legacy Eldrazi. And the turn 1 Mana Reshaper meets a Force of Will. Can he beat a turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer? He's going to take the slower route. So he's going to have a Reality Smasher next turn, so this is a very aggressive start. Rest in Peace main deck, so I'm guessing he's on that Helm of Obedience combo. But it's going to be too slow because Helm of Obedience is turn 4. So he needs an Ancient Tomb even to play at this turn. It needs to happen this turn, and it's not going to. He's pondering. So game 1, very quickly, is going to go to Ivan, I think. Down to 3. So he needs a double removal spell here. Triple removal spell now. But he's had enough, so we're going to Legacy game 2. Ivan trying to get the perfect trifecta of a 2-0 sweep in 3 games. Oh, he's gone the counter spell, but he played it through the cavern, so it's not going to work. And this is going to make things very tough now for Jay. Actually, Reality Smash is going to come down next turn, and that's going to be 12. I don't know why. No, sorry, I thought he had a Reality Smasher. Must be half asleep. Chalice on 1 is going to shut down half his deck here. So no more Brainstorms, Ponders. This one's over, I suspect. You can see missing land drops now as well, unfortunately for Jay. On 2, so this one looks cooked. And he's going to concede. So the perfect sweep there for Ivan Alfonso. Picks up the maximum 12 points.